tell you about Legend Seeker and how you can support its development while getting some awesome perks. By subscribing to our Legendary tier on YouTube or becoming a paid member on our Discord or Patreon, you'll get early access to all Legend Seeker lore and mechanics. This means you'll be among the first to dive into the world of Legend Seeker and give direct feedback that will help shape the game. But that's not all. Supporters will also be the first to playtest the system and will get exclusive invites to private streams where we discuss the game in detail. Your input will play a huge role in making Legend Seeker the best that it can be. Now, for those of you who love watching our tabletop role-playing game shows, supporting Legend Seeker comes with some fun bonuses for the casts. Here's how it works. If you are a Copper or Common member on Discord or Patreon, you can give a $20 benefit to a player of your choice. Silver and Uncommon members can give 2 benefits to 2 players of your choice. If you go the YouTube route, you can give a $50 benefit to a player of your choice. And for the ultimate support, Gold and Mythic members on Discord and Patreon give a $20 benefit to 3 players of your choice. You can choose from all casts across Moonskull. Every bit of support goes directly towards making Legend Seeker a reality. It helps fund the art, writing, editing, and eventual publishing of the game. So, if you want to be a part of this journey and support our shows, join our Legendary tier on YouTube or become a member on Discord or Patreon. We couldn't do it without you, and we're excited to build Legend Seeker together. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the game.
Don't worry, I'm not going to slurp the coffee. Don't worry. Don't worry, it's okay. It's okay. Hi, I'm Frost, and I'm not going to slurp my coffee today. Just for you. See? Relatively silent coffee sip. Anyway, I am Frost, and I am here to work on Frost Written, which is the lore for Legend Seeker. So I'm going to get into it here. I do have to say one thing, though. I liked the joke, even though it was a horrible pun, Feline. Or wait, was it Feline who made the joke? No, Fantastic Sarcastic made the joke. Okay, Feline, you're off the hook. Fantastic Sarcastic, I can't fire you because you've already been fired. It was funny, but I'm sorry, we're going to have to let you go off a plank into the shark waters. But it was still funny. Though, if you've ever played a role-playing game called Tunnels and Trolls, it was made way back in the day as a kind of a response to Dungeons and Dragons. The people who made it thought Dungeons and Dragons, the chainmail rules, the basic stuff was way too complicated, way too wargamey, way too weird. And they went a weird way. They were just... Chrysant would hate it because it's puns everywhere. Oh my god, it's just the horrible names. There's a guy named Bjorny Oso Medved and Oso Tired and Oso this, and it's their middle name was like Von, instead of Von was Oso for everything, and they had a continent on their map that's shaped like a unicorn. It was just, it's ridiculous. But the point of this is they had spells that were really straight and to the point. And one was basically a kind of a magic missile, like a bolt, a generic bolt. It's just like, pew, you shoot it at someone, it hurts them. And it's called TTYF. And it stands for Take That, You Fiend. That is the name of the spell. So, I just thought it would be kind of fun to bring that up because it's sort of it's not really a pun, it's more just a weird play on words, an acronym for their spell. It's a fun system. It's a very simple system, but it's a lot of fun. If you're ever looking for kind of a goofy, silly role-playing game, they did reprints of it, and I have a copy of it. It's entertaining. It's not quite like Munchkin. I mean, Munchkin is, you know, the card game. I think they may have made a role-playing game, but that's all puns. It's just, oh my gosh, it's puns everywhere. Actually, that's a good question. Chrysant, have you ever played Munchkin? If not, somebody should bring Munchkin to MegaCon. And you guys should play a game of it. Because Chrysanth would die from the puns and the bad humor, but also appreciate some of it. Because not all of it's puns. Not all of it's puns. Because sometimes when you fight monsters, they have very strange names. But they also have some normal names. Like one of the monsters you can fight in that game is the gazebo. It's literally a gazebo with eyes on the card, and you have to fight it alone. Nobody can help you fight the gazebo. Who knows why? You just have to. Munchkin. Did they find that TTRPG with the Dead Sea Scrolls? Maybe. I don't think they ever made a Munchkin digital game. I'm going to go look now, though, because I want to see, because I'm pretty sure they didn't. If I could. Oh, my gosh. No, I was wrong. They made a digital version of Munchkin. Oh, my gosh. It's on Steam. No way. Oh, my gosh. We have to play this sometime. The point is to kill the other players and get out and win, basically. So you're trying to stab each other in the face, the back, the front, whatever. And you can do horrible things to each other. It's just, it's bad. But there is, on Steam, Munchkin Digital. I had no idea. Wow, you can trade cards. There's things like that you can get, the knee pads of Allure. You figure that one out. Yeah, there's undead horses. You can run away from things. It's chaos. Good God, I got to see if I can actually play. If I can play the single player, I can play it single player or online PvP. I'm adding this to my cart right now. I got totally off onto some weird tangent here. I'm just buying this because I didn't know it existed. Holy cow. I played this to death with my friends and my niece and nephew forever. Through their whole childhood, they still talk about it. Yep, it is such a stupid game, and you can piss people off so badly. Like, there's a plutonium dragon in there, and it just gets worse. There's an axe that's got tons of weird faces, and it's called the Unnatural Axe. Yeah. Yerp. It's bad. There are things that allow you to cheat on the rules. They're literally cards that say you can cheat. Like, you got an old edition, so you get 2 classes. Or you got an old edition, or you got an errata edition, so you're... In your rule book, this happens. It's fun. Anyway, unrelated to that, I have been working in the map here. As you can see, I'm highlighting some stuff and moving around. I have been adding some more stuff and changing a few names and moving stuff around and playing around with the snow line up here, because I'm getting the three main clans, their northern fortresses named and set up properly, and the main fortress that is also the trade city of Silvermon, called Kara Silvermon. And I'm having fun writing this up right now. Five Falls is this place, kind of like a dwarven version of what you'd picture, you know, how Rivendell has cool waterfalls and stuff. This is a very rocky, multi-tiered area, and they have this city here that is mostly home to some of the dwarven innovators and the magicians and people who practice magic from the dwarves. The dwarves don't want it anywhere near their main cities because it's too dangerous, and they've done horrible things, and this is where they invented fire sand. And fire sand is this world's basic gunpowder idea, and it's incredibly volatile. You have to be careful with it. One of the characters in that thing that I'm writing may have fire sand bombs. That story, the Legend Seeker short story, Piotr may be in possession of fire sand bombs, and he may or may not have been sent to the northern fortresses to fight the orcs as penance after he blew something up that he wasn't supposed to. But this place used to be called Five Falls, until the people experimenting with this, trying to find out if they could use it to blast holes for mining, shattered the headland up there and actually created 2 new waterfalls. So now, after a century or so, it's kind of just become called Five Falls. And I'm writing that up right now. Boots are running really fast, yeah. I think it would be fun. I think it would be fun to play. It is just, it's so mean though. Like I said, it's just so rude. You can be so jerky to one another. We should see. Maybe some night we can get people to try it on one of those game nights. But yeah, I guess if you guys get a copy and can take it with you to MegaCon, I think people would have fun with it. I mean, you might even be able to buy Munchkin there, honestly. It can do horrible things because you can be really mean to one another. Because somebody could be close to winning, it's like I'm almost won, and you can just say, "Oh yeah, I went through the deck and I found this monster, and wandering monster falls on you, and it's a level 20 thing. Oh, and by the way, I took all your weapons. Oh, and I also hamstrung you." Or and you just sit there like, why? It's mean. All right, so Five Falls only has 2 paragraphs right now. Dwarven Outpost is home to the dwarves that tend to dabble in magic in the industrial preserve's best kept distance from the dwarven capital. Five Falls is where the fire sand was invented, and where its testing splintered the headlands above the city, once known as Three Falls. Yep. Resulting in the formation of 2 additional waterfalls above the city and the wry renaming of the place. All right. Oh yeah, she'd be ruthless. Oh my gosh. It's a bit Monopoly, yeah. But this is if you look at Munchkin, if you go online and just look up Munchkin, or if you go to Steam and look at it, it's got this weird Steve Jackson art style with goofy little characters, and yeah, it's something else. Yeah, there are blank cards in some editions where you can actually make up a card. I'm drinking coffee, so I gotta take off my sweatshirt here. It got unseasonably warm today. It was 56 degrees here. I sat outside at lunch in my shorts, barefoot, having a cup of coffee while chatting on the phone and with a cat on my lap. And I sat out there for 45 minutes. It was, oh my gosh, it was like spring. Midwinter spring, to quote T.S. Eliot. Your mom actually did flip the board when playing Monopoly. Oh, no. Oh, we got something on BAP. She's got a temper? Maybe a temper. Unless she did it accidentally. But it's more fun to think of her, flipping it. Just like, I hate you all. You did that once as well as a kid? Maybe more than once. If you didn't flip the table, then you're probably fine. Okay. We'll say dwarves and gnomes that tend to dabble in magic, because there are going to be a bunch there. It was not an accident? Okay, then. I guess the A in BAP stands for angry. All right, Rivenmont is down there, the River of Gold. All right, I have to name a couple of these places and put them on the map when I get to the Gnomish enclaves. I guess I could do that now. Got to come up with some good names for a Gnomish mine. The Gnomish Fortress Mine. It is on the opposite side of the mountains from the Caustic Strand lies the Gnomish Fortress Mine. Okay, so over here in this area, we have Seabreak Haven, We've got the Whispering Woods. And this gnomish mine is supposed to be over here somewhere. And I think up in these hills or over here, somewhere over here is going to be a good place for it. I'm just trying to decide what we should call it. Because it's gnomes. It's a gnomes. Well, first, we'll start off by putting in the little city designator. Make it a little bit smaller here. Now, I could put it here and say that it's confined to this big set of hills. I mean, this is 20 miles of terrain, so it's 20 by 20. It's not... Actually, that's more like 20 by 30 miles. It's a good-sized area. It doesn't have to be 100% exact. So we'll put it here. The thing is, though, if I put it over here, I could actually move the name above it and have a name for those woods. I'm going to put it here. I'm thinking about it. I'm just going to put it here. And let's see. Gnome Mining Town. Or Gnome Mining. It's a fortress mine. So it has its own fortress. And it has... Let's see, I wrote some other notes about it here. What did I say? Built with the assistance of the dwarves long ago, this complex of mines is a source of iron, copper, and tin for many traders across the Godlands. And they are close to the water here. So that is going to help them. So I think what we'll also add here is we're going to add a little tiny river. Little baby river coming right out of here. It comes down, goes across, and goes in. So it's this little outjet that goes right there. And we'll move the symbol for the city over a little bit so it's right at the headland in the hills. All right, there we go. Table was still standing at the time. Tables are negotiable, right? Right. What did I get for a message? Look at that. I start streaming, I get texts. Alright, I don't need that selected. Alright, I need to get back to labels and get this. What would I like to call this? I have thoughts. I'll bring up this. All right. I think I'm going to look, where did I put my other window here? I had two sets of, oh no, did I close it? Oh, I did close it. How did I do that? Dang it. I can't believe I closed my windows over here. Shoot. All right. Carcassonne is kind of fun, yeah. Right, I don't care about that. There we go. Words. Okay, there I got my etymology. I think we're going to call it, we're going to go with, weirdly enough, with this one, we're going to go with an old French word, which is, I think, technically taken from possibly a Latin word. And we're just going to be calling it Deru. because it is firm, it is steadfast. And we'll see if we might change that, but right now it's gonna be Daru. I could call it Durusi. Yeah, because it's from Durutia, Durus. I don't remember. Whatever. But this is where we're gonna just call that for the moment. At least I'll have it named. All right, so we've got that named. We've got it placed. We're good. Now, there's another one here, though. This one, situated along the southern coast of the Soul Spires, this enclave dates back to before the Godkiller War. Alright, so this place was supposed to be down here, but I have to decide where I want to put it. I could put it, I think I should put it right here where this road comes through. Because I think making it down here would be a good thing, because it's supposed to be a port, and I think that will work. Go to symbols. I really wish I could save this in some kind of a preset or something. Can I do that? No. All I can do is click. It says city. Layer default. Can I set this to mirror symbol, shuffle symbol? No. Symbol rotation, outline width. Nope. Okay, well, I can't do anything about that. So this is going to be here. I mean, I could put it on the headland out here, but I think it would make more sense to be back here. Yeah, we'll put it back here because it's the port. All right, because this is a port. And it is a very fortified gnomish place. It's actually its own little place. Own little place. Yay. It's Deru, D-E-R-U. It's a root word from like Old French and Latin. That it just means, it's part like endurance, Deru. It is durable. So something. It's also from duress. It withstands harsh treatment, basically. That's the idea. Labels. Label. All right, we got a city, town. We'll go with town. And it's... Why is the town one wrong? I could have sworn I fixed that. Okay, well, we'll just kick it down here. 14... Go down to 12. We're going to put it up here. All right. Let's see what we got here. Okay, that's an interesting word, but that doesn't really work here. Nope. Okay, I'm getting all the texts. Oh, okay. Here we go. Boy, I hope they stop with the craziness. They have been going crazy. Because one of the girls up there has just decided that she absolutely hates Graham now. So I don't know why. I don't know if he was pestering her recently, but she was chasing him around the house and he looked terrified. And boy, did they make noise last night. She was so mad at him. I was like, she's like hissing and scratching. I'm like, oh, okay. I picked her up and she's like looking at me like, and I just kept petting her and she calmed down and she's just heaving. I'm like, okay, we're going to go over here. So I sat with her in the other room for like 45 minutes, and she calmed down, fell asleep on my lap. I'm like, what is up with you? So she's been pretty good today. So I don't know. I don't know what he did to her. He probably took her spot sitting in the sun or something. The portion of the map we can kind of see looks like something from a Pokemon game. Yeah, but everything to use a Pokemon, isn't it? The portion of the map you can see. Let me see which portion you can see. What looks like a Pokemon? The arrow thing? Or the mountain? Or I don't know what makes it look like a Pokemon. I don't know what a Pokemon looks like. They're a lot of blobs with teeth and hair and tentacles and pointy things, as far as I know. That's what I know about them. You kids and your Pokemons. Let's see. Urba. Infortune Haven. Okay, here we go. Oh, that's an interesting word. Oh, interesting. All right, we got the name. Oops, I'm in the wrong thing. I'm in the browser. Huff. Huff. All right. Old man yells at chat. Rah, 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 rah. Cats are evil. No, they're not. Cats are fun. Cats are amazing. It looks like a map from the game. Oh, so the map doesn't look like a Pokemon. It looks like a Pokemon map from the Pokemon game, is what you're saying. Wow, feline named JJ. Did you pick a dumb word again? No. I'm coming up with some city names, and I have a little gnomish fortress mine place over here called Deru, and Feline was curious about it because it's an old French and Latin root word that means, under duress, something that can withstand pressure, and it's strong, it's steadfast. I'm working on a couple of gnomish enclaves. All right. Gnomish and capital G. Cats are bratty. Cats can be super bratty, yeah. No, it was definitely not because of taking her spot. That was a joke. He probably was pestering her because he loves to fight and wrestle, and she does not like to be bothered. And I think he might have gone over to her brother because there are two cats. They're Toffee and Taffy, and they look very similar, but Toffee only has like little butterscotch colors on his white fur, and Toffee has black and that, because that's why she's Toffee, because she's chocolate covered toffee. And I think maybe he jumped on Taffy to try and fight and then realized it was Toffee, and I think she decided, it's on, you're done. That's my thought. Oh man, I want saltwater taffy now too. Damn it. I used to do this all the time at work because I had a candy jar on my desk that was like one of those big candy jars, like super size, that you could fit like pounds and pounds of candy in. And I used to get saltwater taffy from the store nearby because there was a World Market there that had saltwater taffy. And then they stopped getting the right kind. They got some crappy, I don't know, Chinese imported version or something that was like, this is much better. And it wasn't made on the East Coast here in the U.S., like good saltwater taffy. And it was absolutely crap. It tasted like plastic. It was not good. So I'm going to go, while I'm writing this stuff in my head here about that place, I'm going to go to saltwater taffy. Let's see, where is this one at? This stuff is from... All right, there's a brand on Amazon that I know is from the East Coast, and one of them is an import that just comes from wherever the hell they buy it from. Okay, where is this? Yeah, your name sounds suspicious, Candy. By the way, I like the first draft of the Arendor sketch, Erudai. That was cool. All right, first choice candy is one of the brand names here. Candy Company. Okay, they're in San Francisco or Los Angeles. Where did they say they were? Okay, I lost it already. Where are they? It is... Okay, it's an online can. Ugh, I don't think they make it there, though. I don't know if I trust those people. These people look like they know what they're doing here. I'm just trying to find a thing that says where they're made, because I hate when I can't find where stuff is made. Okay, this is also not happening. It's not helping. Oh my gosh, people. At least I have it. Okay, they make the world's gourmet, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, where do you make it? Where? Crackety, crackety, crunchity, crunchity, smashity, smashity, go my cats. Oh no, they have red 40. It's gonna kill me. All right, I think this brand is made in the United States. And that's good. All right, I'm gonna add that. Boop. It was weird. I added something, or I ordered something yesterday because I needed, of all things, I needed more of those little disposable things you use on a toilet brush to scrub the toilet out. And I was like, oh, I'm out of them. So I ordered more, and it was an option to get it between 4 and 8 in the morning the next morning, which is normally never something that I can get being out where I am. And I'm like, well, okay, let's do it. Oh, and I can get this tomorrow. Oh, shoot, I just remembered I have to do something critically important here. All right, I gotta check that. All right. I'm looking for this name here for this place because I like the name I chose, but I just had a thought about what I could name something else. Yeah, I think the final art is going to be really cool. It's got a nice pose, and it's cool showing the different aspects of him. I thought that was nice. I gotta check this really quickly. Is this... nope, that's wrong. Incorrect. Okay. Because I forgot this morning to send my brother a happy birthday message, and I just realized that I never sent it, and it was still sitting there as a message I never sent. Oops. He's my baby brother. Well, not my baby brother. One of my baby brothers, who's still older than all of you people. Ha ha. You guys are young. By the way, Erudai, I don't know if you were in here earlier. Chat was making me, or reminded me of a game called Munchkin. I don't know if you've ever played Munchkin. It's cutthroat and it's horrifying, but it's really funny and full of puns, and it would make Chrysanth cry. But there's a digital version on Steam you can play against people. So I bought it because you can play it single player too, but I'm like, oh my gosh, I can play it. I was going to say, you guys should try, even though you're only going to be at MegaCon for a day, somebody should try and get a copy of at MegaCon and just sit down and play a game. It's cutthroat. It's brutal. Sevi would love it. And it doesn't take too long to figure it out. I don't want to make you cry, Chrysanth. I just find that it's going to be inevitable, so I guess you might as well have fun while you cry. Right? Right. Oh, Sevi has played. Oh, okay, good. Rage Candy, yes. Boardwalk saltwater taffy. Yeah, I have a friend who went and got taffy from wherever the hell he was at. Was he in Vermont, or was he... I'm trying to remember. He went somewhere on the East Coast. Oh, the East Coast, all the same to me. Vermont and Boston, New York, whatever. They're all the same. Don't kill me. And he brought back some saltwater taffy, and it was good. And he said, this is the best stuff in the world. And I was like, it's good. He said, no, it's the best. I said, it's good. Because there's a place around here at one of the places near me that makes amazing saltwater taffy, because they're an actual candy shop with people who work with candy all day. And they don't have a factory, they just hand make it. It's pretty cool. Munchkin is a lot of fun. Wow, how dare. Yes, it is a good game, and the fact that there's a digital version, I'm like, I'm there. All right. So, yeah, what I was saying is I've been filling in some of the gaps here now. So last time I did the Western Dwarven Kingdom here. So it's Zintur. Their names are much more Slavic and almost into what you consider, well, Slavic stuff, Polish, maybe a little bit of Russian. And they have their own flavor, because this is the dwarves whose mountains, they're full of gems rather than all the heavy metals and everything that are in Silvermon. So they have precious metal, but they are rich in gems. They're also really hard to get to. And I added some fun things down here. I added Deru. I added the Five Falls. This is a place where I have fire sand having been invented. That's the substance that Pyotr, the guy in the on the front of the adventure, but also in the short story, the small guy with the bombs, that's where he gets the fire sand recipe for his little grenades. And this used to be named Three Falls until they cracked the headland testing their new formulas for fire sand and created Five Falls. So now they have 5 waterfalls falling off the headland. Fantastic Sarcastic is always down for some Munchkin. It's unfair, though. How can we compete with Sevi and Chrysanth when the game is named after them? Oh, wow. Wow. That's, wow. That's, ugh. Yeah. Have you guys ever played the board game, Betrayal at House on the Hill, where you're all playing together to try and do something, and then the haunt happens, and then one of the players, usually in most of the stories, you refer to the book, and one of the players suddenly is like the enemy controlling all the bad stuff, and you're like, oh no, they're our enemy now. That's a pretty fun game. And another quick one that we used to play, it was kind of a fast-paced game. I think it was called Hex Next. It was a card game. Yeah. Where you basically, everybody had a hand of cards and you were trying to keep a spell from hitting you, so you would keep rebounding it at each other. That was a fun game. All right, so Care Bremen, Care Thunderash, Care Arctic, Care Silvermon. We got 5 falls. We got to name this little place here. Okay, we'll get this one. Boom. We stooped to their level. Oh my gosh. Always there. I am surprised that with all this talk, and Crescent, just being enraged that it has not summoned Bap to her aid. Though what she told us earlier, I don't know, that may have run Bap off. I don't know. I almost called her Bamp. All right, where was I in the list here? Okay, here we go. Okay. All right, here we go. This is old. All right, we're going to name that. Now, I don't know how big did I make that name? Oh, it's about the same. Is that the same size? That's 12. Let's go back down to 12 here. All right. And this is the little river town here. I'm going to have to name this forest here too. I kind of want to name this stretch as well, but I don't know if we're going to have names for every single thing, because that's going to get a little full, just a little bit full. All right, so we have to go down. We have to find Folos. Okay, here we go. Whispering Woods. Okay, Folos is there. All right. Oh, there, it helps if I spell this word right. We'll say it's types of agriculture. I know you have no idea what I'm talking about right now, but that's fine. Let's see what it would be. We'll say Okay, there we go. Game is ready. So, we can't see the text. Nope, sorry. Where is Arudio located? There is no Arudio. We don't have a town called Arudio. Let's see what's going on over here. Bap loves me. She does find you funny. Yeah, Risk is fun and can lead to a lot of people being very upset. Scotland Yard can be divisive. Settlers of Catan. We used to play a game when I was a kid called The Inventors, and it had the coolest little dice rolling device because the whole idea was to go around the board and collect inventions and patent them. And the way you got them patented was the machine that you'd roll the dice in. You put the dice in the hopper and push the button, and they go click, 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 click through, and they hit a bell, and they'd ring and fall on the bottom. But also on the side, there was a whole stack of metal clips that you'd put in there in random order. They were all engraved with a 1, 2, or a 3. You'd take your big card for the invention, like of the mouse hat or something. I don't know what it was, and you would slide it in there, and it would attach one of the clips to it, and you'd pull it out. And you'd have a clip, and you turn it over and look, and you go, "Ooh, I got the 1 on it," or "I got the 2. I'm going to try for a 2 or a 3 or something." And that determined how much money you got every turn from patenting things. It was just a weird little inventor game. It was fun. But that was like in 1979, maybe 1980. It was a little while ago. By the way, I did reveal to some people in a chat the other day that I do have a chin. Totally reminded me because I found an old picture of myself where I was an actual adult, and I have a chin. Though JT said I looked like the Cowardly Lion, so he's just a mean guy who doesn't like me without a beard or something. But that was also, like I said, when I was kind of my heaviest. I was at like 240 pounds. And even my mom at that point would be like, "Oh, good," because I was so skinny all the time. She'd like grab my cheek and she's like, "Oh, good, you've got some weight on you." I'm like, "Great. I need to stop eating." Stat. Okay. Spell that right. I guess I don't need to capitalize the cardinal direction there. Find the brethren to the south and the dwarves of the 5 falls in the north. So yeah, they supply stuff down and supply stuff up. So the idea here is these, over the centuries, these salt water that inundated and destroyed this area so badly for farming has been receding. The land's been healing slowly. They still can't farm as much down here, but up here, the land is healed enough that they can start farming. And so they have a better way to do it. What? Why did I get that message? I'm not even working on that feature, and I told them that today. People forget that sometimes now, since I'm mostly dedicated to 1 or 2 projects, that I don't work on all the things at once. That causes problems. All right, I'm looking for unaffiliated circles like this one here, because this is the little trade post across. Okay. Boop. All right, there we go. We're here. look at this because it looks like I had 2 entries. It was just 1 entry. Good. The Dwarven Towers. Do I have Rivenmont called out in here or not? I do not. Though technically Rivenmont is Dwarven, that's why it's not listed in here. And Silverton is Dwarven, so this is going to be Clayton and this. I gotta check one thing here once. I will check it in here because I think I may have actually named something wrong in my document. Let's go find it, shall we? Okay. Okay, I will have to put those names in there because I moved them. I thought I had Rivermont listed in here. Okay. So we got that and that. All right. Okay, we can go back down to Senna's Fall. Let's see if I can find it. Oh, there we go. They need you to do all the things because you know how to do all the things. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to teach people to, you know, why I'm trying to teach people to do other things or this stuff. I taught one of the guys how to do a thing that I've been working on for the last 3 iterations of the map. He literally sent me a message. He's like, "Am I being an idiot here? I don't understand how I don't understand how this works." And I said, "No, it's incredibly complex and it's not the way we normally do things. So there are a lot of rules that you have to learn." And I said, "Once you figure out the rules, it's all going to click at some point and you're going to say, oh, I get it all." And that moment happened today. And he's like, OMG. He said, "It only took me a week to figure out how this works." I said, "Good." So now he's in charge of it. Ha 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 ha. Will Gerald make a cameo in this campaign? That is completely up to Erudai. And where's my Harry Potter? What is your Harry Potter house? I don't know. Harry Potter house. Oh, wait. Sorry, I was totally lost. I'm thinking about houses, and I'm like a kind of house? I don't know. Or am I supposed to be putting a house in the map? You mean the weird boarding house thing that they did in she did in the Harry Potter books? I'm trying to remember. I played the Hogwarts game, and I did a quiz beforehand on some site to try and do it, and I think they put me in the gold house, gold and red. I don't remember what it's even called. The one that the main characters were in the first movie. I don't know if they move houses every year or something, but it's the one they were in the first movie. Whatever that was. Skridley Bonk. I don't know. They all made about as much sense as that to me. Let's see. All right, where am I at on... I feel like I've missed something in here. Did I not add these things in this one entry? There's two cities missing here. Huh. Yeah, I didn't. All right, well, we're gonna... we're going to say C... Do I want to... I don't think I want that entry over there. I just realized something. Sorry, I'm itching my nose because I have one... I've got that point my beard grew again to the point where there's one hair of my mustache that is poking up and stabbing me in the nose. Every once in a while when I inhale, it moves it around. I gotta go trim it out. But I'm not gonna do that right now. I'll live with it. I'll just keep doing this. Get it out of the way. Port Castra. All right, we gotta get up here. The hot springs, caustic strand. Okay, so I do have all those entries are all there. I think I'm just gonna move this entry down. We're gonna do this, and we're gonna take this out of there, and we're gonna move it down to Senna's Fall, because it's more a part of Senna's Fall than it is a part of the Silvermon area. All right. Okay, we got that one. We will add Clayton, because I don't think I have these anywhere else in the document. Oops. Good. Okay, that's the only entry for it. Good, good, good. Heading for... All right, where... Let's see, we had Clayton. We've got this. Zindonis is part of Uthia. Senna's Falls would be the other one. So these are the three main cities in here. And Austin is part of Fryland. All right. I'm wondering if I have to go check on him in a second here. I heard a meow. I'm gonna go check on him in a second. I've had to send a message. Am I being stupid, or is there a method to this madness? Yeah. Kind of scary. All right, I'm gonna take a minute and go make sure they're not being sus. I'll be right back. Talk amongst yourselves. Well, that was entertaining. They got a hold of a plastic shopping bag. They reached into the big drawer that I keep them like shoved into and like rolled up, and got their claws on the edge of one and pulled it out. And of course, one of the most rational cats of the group, Graham, one of the orange cats, was playing around with it, having a good old time, and got the thing around his neck loosely. So he was like moving around like, wait, this thing's following me. He was wearing like a cape. He's just looking at me like, I don't know what's going on. So I had to calm him down and just pulled it off his head, because it wasn't tight on his neck. It was literally just, I went, here you go, you're free. Orange cats. Oh, no, no. Not a raven. Yes, chair. Finished playing my day on Marvel Rivals, and randoms are annoying. I would say the whole game is just annoying. But I'm just not into that thing. Chair makes good points. I had to come here because Chris Samp left me alone on Kick. The chair. It's drawing everyone in. Let's see. I need to check one thing here. If this is... Okay. It's going to have a ton name on it because that's a thing here. We're going to call this Littleton. Or Little Ford. Because it's the Little Ford. There we go. It's literally the Little Ford. We won't do a ton name. Haha! Because these people are a little more literal with their names here. Alright, Clayton and Littleford. Alright, Clayton. A manner of I should probably say ceramics. Let me check one thing here. Since I'm not a potter, I don't know enough about the deep meanings between all these things. I'm going to check a thing here. Okay. Oh, interesting. Ceramic is usually fired once. Clay, pottery is usually fired twice. Huh. Okay, interesting. The region is known for... Oop, God, this is 2 S's. Da-da-da. No more chair! Yeah, the chair was pretty awesome. The chair needed to go, though, because the chair is trying to cut in on my screen time. Freaking chair. I'm going to put something over in Kick just to... there. I'm putting putting Calvino over there. All right, home to the richest and most varied clay deposits in the area. Sound has become known. I don't know why I deleted that end, but I did. Every day and both. Say the new movement. Brought to the world. There we go. Brought. So the big thing about Clayton is this is a town where the cleric, who becomes the cleric of Senna. He's a legendary, iconic character. He was grown up here, and he was just a simple potter. He's the one I focused on in the story I wrote at the beginning for the God-Killer War. He's the one that the old oracle is talking to. He is kind of their Luther, their person that is asking questions that the actual Church of Senna doesn't want asked, because they're like, pity us, we've lost our goddess, help us. And people just, give, and they give, and these people become rich, and they live their lives doing whatever they're doing that doesn't really live up to the worship of a goddess, but they still have power, and they still have whatnot. He's more along the lines of look at all the beauty that her transformation and her sacrifice wrought. Why aren't we trying to do more of this in the world, giving a voice to actually doing more active things and actually becoming, real voices for her and sending her message out into the world? They don't like that. He is on the run. And they have a lot of money. And they're coming after him. It's also home to, we'll say, to the rebirth of the active Church of Senna, the dead goddess the region is known for. Until now, their methods have been somber, pitying, focused on the loss of the goddess, their goddess. And her transformative power and revel in the beauty her sacrifice brought to the world. Okay. We got a moss. Chair streams are not derailed. Well, another munchkin. Hi, Dave. You just, Moss shows up in chat and you just, boom. It's like he walked in and he's like, hi, guys. And you hit him in the back of the head with a baseball bat like he's a piñata. Let's get the candy out of him. Just finished leg day number 2. How is everyone? Oh, leg day number 2. Oh, dear. Good luck. I didn't do a leg day today, so I'm great. Don't mess with the money. You want to start a church of Reverend Send Me Money? Hey! Yeah, because in this world, since Senna was the goddess who was killed by Grix, he basically, he undid her. She was his love, and she kind of knew what she was doing, but she sacrificed herself anyway to stop her father from being killed, with the help of some others. And this place is where her immortal being crashed to the planet and created this rift and destruction in this area, which, because she's the goddess of transformation, she transformed everything in the world. She transformed, Grix's heart slightly. She transformed people. She transformed everything. The very act was like on so many different levels transformative, but her death revealed all these resources that would help these people survive. So there's, iron and clay and fertile soil and new waterways and all these places to live along these rivers. And since Grix was so terrified of what he'd done, he would never approach this area. He's never, ever set foot back over in this area since she fell. And so they had a safe place during the war because he wouldn't go anywhere near it or send any of his people at it. So they had pretty much a safe haven during the war. And that's what this became. Rivenmont and Clayton and Littleford and all these places around here. And then Mordecai's throne is up here in the mountains, kind of looking down over the river plain, looking way across the way. And there's a reason behind that. So, that's fun stuff. But also, this clay here, some of it's infused with, God Killer energy, some of it's infused with her ability. And so people will find these little pockets of magical clay and make little items out of them. I wrote some of that stuff up for Erudai, so we'll see if he likes and wants to include some of that. Like, people would take this slightly magical clay and make little clay discs, what size of, I don't know, like a big chocolate coin, and they would inscribe a rune or something on it, and then you could actually snap it and release the enchantment, and then have, it heals you for a couple of hit points, or it does whatever it does. It gives you a little tiny blessing for a short amount of time. They're like little wafers you can snap and get a little magic effect out of. They're one use and you're done with them. But that, I think, is going to be fun. But this guy, this little guy is from Clayton. This little priest who kind of went from being a potter, from transforming clay into useful items, to now wandering around the world trying to explain to people how the goddess of transformation can do all kinds of things for them. And he's currently somewhere out here. In my canon, in my head, he's over there. The other end of Fryland. Okay, why am I getting so many messages? My family is so crazy. I'll send them messages like, happy birthday, I hope you're having a good time, let me know what you do. And my brothers will just send me a message back that says, thank you. Just a period. No emotion. If you're out there, my brother who I just sent that message to, try an exclamation point once. Just saying. Just one. All right, so we got that written up. All right, so we've got to come up with whatever is going to be said about Littleford. Edge of the... All right, we'll say the western edge of the Senate. Whoops, on. gotta look up a word. I gotta make sure that I'm not wrong about this. Yep. Okay, there we go. Freilund is where we're going to put it. Boom. Okay, you sent me a DM. I'll go take a peek. All right, let me take a peek. Let me take a peek and see what he says. Oops. Open it big. Let me open it big. I'm looking. It's looking pretty cool. I like it. I'll just say one thing. The bear's teeth look a little weird for some reason to me. But I like the little sparkles and I like the stuff that he's doing to it. It's pretty cool. But it might be me with the teeth thing. You let me know. You let me know. Pretty cool. Kind of like the big swirling in the background too. That's cool. I like it. Right, I thought it was Sevi. Because I looked at all the light and dark, and everything that's light and dark shows up to me. And, you know, the bear has a dark nose, and then there's dark around the mouth with the bear's mouth. I did the same thing with the main figure's mouth, and the dragon, but nothing really stood out in those. Though now that I think about it, there is one little spot on the guy's mouth too. But I'm gonna guess it's gonna get more bits and pieces. Lol. All about the bear mouths. Round Lake, traders from Austin regularly purchase goods here for the markets in Fryland and beyond. Okay, so that is Littleford. This is a trade post, and oh, it reminds me, I gotta put this little road in here. Trade post and little village in 2 and 1. Gotta move these up a little bit. We gotta make room for this little road that's gonna go through here. Paths. Let me save this since I haven't saved recently. I don't know how big this is gonna be, so let's just start with it. Oh, that's not what I want to do. I forgot this thing requires me to do things a very specific way. Oh, the roughness is what I need to turn down. That's what it was. All right, we'll put that one there, and then we'll get this one up to about there. Oops, that one didn't even put 3. Didn't even make 3 dots. All right, it'll at least make 3 when I do it to there. There we go. Excuse me. Cat here? I don't know. Okay, answer this for me, guys. When is MegaCon? Is it is it starting on Monday or is it later? I don't honestly know since I'm not going. Bling goes my phone. Of course it does, because of course it does. All right. Yeah, it sucks that you're not going to get to attend as much as you wanted to. The world does suck when it intrudes. All right, what is this? Sorry, I got an important message from work here. I'm gonna have to think about that. I just got invited to a high-level, big round table discussion thing with all the hobnobby people in the world about stuff in April. And I get to decide if I want to travel or not. Go sit down with world-class developers and discuss things, or stay at home and attend digitally. Now, if I could get the travel budget and stay home, kidding. Exactly. I need to grab a napkin quickly. I literally I trimmed my mustache just days ago, and it's already long enough to cause me grief with drinking coffee. I can't keep on top of it. I need a machine that shaves it down a little bit every morning when I wake up. It's so unruly. It keeps getting me. Another trip to Ireland for Frost. No, luckily not to Ireland. Don't have to go to Ireland this time. Well, or Scotland. Everyone's avoiding fantastic and fun. Wait! You had a pun? It starts a week from today through Sunday. Oh, for some reason, I thought it started the beginning of next week. Oh, so it's a short thing. It's only 5 days long. Okay, for some reason, I thought it was like a week and something. All right, never mind. Got it. I guess that makes sense, going through a weekend. That's smart. Likely to get more people that way. All right, so symbols, labels. We need to grab this one, and I need to move it down because for some reason this got shifted. All right, and I need to put the name on this one over here because this is the little mini village that is also part of this group here, but this is a halfling place on the river. And let's see, we're in village. Oh, can I use that name now? Did I use that name already? No, I didn't. Because I removed it. Oh, but it wouldn't make sense down here, would it? Okay, we're gonna call it High Spring because it had a different name before, but this is the place that has the healing springs. Supposedly. That's what they say anyway. Boo, 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 boo. Avoid me. Yes, I leave on Tuesday for Orlando for a week of fun puns. Hey, Kyle. Like button mash. Getting ready for late workout. Hope everyone is doing well tonight. Doing well? Yeah, have fun picking this stuff up, but I hope you have a horrible time putting them down. Like you just can't bear to put them down. That means you're making progress, right? I mean, sometimes when I'm lifting heavy things, I'm not sure whether or not picking them up is the better part or putting them down is the better part. I don't know. Because I do not lift things properly, I don't think, because I spent a lifetime as a child from 8 years old until I was about 15 doing stuff on various farms where you just picked it up because they're like, okay, move those. And you're like, I'm 11. Those are big. They're like, we got to get them all over there. I'm like, okay, just pick them up. They're like, that may be a 60-pound bag of feed, and I may be a 70-pound kid, but dang it, I'm going to try. So, because I got food for the cats delivered, and sometimes if it's on sale, I will buy the 30-pound bags of cat food because they're a little bit cheaper per pound. And I'm like, what the heck? I just put them in the big container I have and put the lid on it. And the lady was struggling to get them out of the back of the car. I said, I can just grab them. And she's like, okay, well, just a second. And her husband came out and he struggled. He put one out and I just said, just hand it to me. And he's like, handing it to me. I grabbed it with one hand and threw it up on my shoulder. And I was like, just give me the other one. I threw them both on my shoulder and then I grabbed the other bags and I was like, okay. And the lady's like, you worked on a farm, didn't you? It's like, how'd you know? I thought that was just hilarious. I'm like, yeah, you just did it. And then later you're like, huh, my shoulder feels funny. That's because I threw 60 pounds of cat food on it. But then putting them down is always fun. Oh, let's see. Health tonics to... you guys can tell me this too. What is the difference between putting an E in whiskey and not putting an E in whiskey? Sounds about right, Frost. Yeah, there you go. Sounds like a Groundhog Day problem, repeating things. Does anyone know a solid way to remove fingerprints from appliances? Yeah, bags of concrete are 50 pounds. It's like not that big a deal. 30 pounds is like, it's 30 pounds. When you throw 60 pounds on your shoulder and it's just on the left, and you can hold it there just fine for a super, super long time if you're just carrying it around, moving it. It only comes when it's like, okay, I've got to unbalance this to get it down, and I have to be careful because I can't just throw it. That's always the worry I have. But luckily, I don't have brittle fingers, so. was my stomach growling. I think I'm hungry. Ba-ba-ba. Yeah, I don't know how to get fingerprints out of appliances or off appliances. I don't know. I just spray them down with something and wipe on them. I don't know. So I put a little fun thing here. I put people of High Spring are watched over by a thorn-shrouded magical tower. No one has been able to penetrate in living memory. Nobody knows why it's there. As well as what appears to be an ancient teleportation gate carved into a large exposed slab of stone near the tower. It'll just be fun because we can put that in there. Somebody can come up with an adventure. We can come up with an adventure for it later. We can do whatever we want with it. Alright, that's the God Killer stuff. That's the honey. Infused clay. Alright, so oh my gosh, why? All the messages. Alright, what is it now? What does it now work? Oh, correction to the last thing. Alright. They invited me to this roundtable thing in the discussion, but oh, that's an important part that they left out. They're like, yeah, we'd love you to go to it if you can. Do you want to? And I sent them a message that said I'm considering. They said, by the way, you'll have to give a talk. Like, oh, so it's not really a round table. You want me to give me to give a talk on all this stuff. All right. It's only a talk to like about 500 people in attendance and possibly 3,000 people watching online. No biggie. But at least I can do it from home if I feel like it. All right. Can't practice the arbiter. Giving talks, decidedly not for me. I don't have any problem doing it. I usually do the same thing I do for any kind of discussion like that. I come up with 5 bullet points that are going to be the main talking points, and I think through it, and I think of questions I would ask, and I just kind of mentally prepare myself that way. And then let it just, flow. I don't normally have to talk to that many people at once. It's usually like 30 people at a time. I've had to teach classes to people across studios on how to use certain tools. It's been a lot more than that, but it doesn't really matter to me if it's like 1 or 100. I just don't care. All right. So I got all those down there. And I wonder, I gotta check something here quickly. I need to look and see if I included this in my notes before or not. Let's see. Where is it? Is this right? Okay, here we go. Let's look here. I'm trying to remember if I named this properly or not. Let me see here. Oh yeah. Okay. I don't remember. Aruda, I'm going to send you something because I don't remember if I sent this to you, if we talked about it before. This is a named gold dragon that I put in the hills around Senna. And I can't remember if I ever sent this to you or if I only had it in this document. Give me what your thoughts are on this. I'm trying to remember. I can't remember if I sent it to you, so I'll just send it to you. I've got hundreds of pages of stuff written. You've got hundreds of pages of stuff written. Not surprising that one dragon got lost maybe in communication. Hello, Cajun Corey. And Calvino starts blasting. Yeah, basically. That reminds me I should probably look at the camera because it literally just dinged when you said that. Oh my gosh. All right, who's out there? Who is at the door? That was Calvino. He just moved. Oh, he's going after doing something. Okay. It's funny is I put that camp chair out there and left it out there, and I Oh, you're there when you wrote it live. Okay, good. I couldn't remember if I sent that to you because I'm reading through. I was like, oh boy, did I send that to her? Good. Okay, excellent. I put that camp chair outside, and the cat's like sitting in it. I forgot, and I have pictures. I'll have to find them somewhere. They're blurry little pictures of when their mom first had them as little tiny baby kittens, and she wouldn't let us get near them. I had that camp chair on the front porch. And she would snuggle into the camp chair because it was a nice wide chair with a cushy little bottom. It's just one of those chairs that unfolds. And all the kittens would be nestled in there, snuggling up with her or nursing. And I got some good pictures of it. I think they remember that. And they're just like, ooh, it's the mom chair. And they're like, They don't quite fit in it the same way they used to, but it's still there. Okay, there's that guy. All right. So I got all that stuff added, and I do have to change one thing here. So largest city, Vermont. Okay. The Vale Folk and the Senites. Okay, there we go. All right, so we got High Spring. We got that noted. Got all this stuff up here. So we're going to be going on to probably on Tuesday, I'll probably be moving on to Agrium. Yeah, because I named those. I haven't named this because that's part of Kiru. So I got Agrium, Kiru, and the Azure Kingdom to finish the rest of those little cities. There are a lot of them on Agrium. There's a lot of cities on this island. A lot. We got a little Seal Isle where all the gnomes live. All those little gnomes out on their little fishing boats. Ah, the gnomish fishing boats. And, alright, so just making sure there's nothing hiding out here. There's Rosecrest and Narrow's Keep. Not far from Silverton, Dumberga, Greenhaven. Should probably end up naming these woods. I don't remember if I did in the story or not, so I'm going to have to look that up for myself. Hinderwold, Hafenwold. This is going to be another named forest, but it's going to be named for the Senate's Fall stuff because it's across the river, and Rache is their revenge fort. Okay, got it. Let's look at the document here. Where was I on Littleford? Is there anything else I need to say on Littleford? I'll think about that one. Let's see. Okay, it doesn't like that word. It doesn't like these names. Fine. I'm going to add you to the dictionary. Oh, didn't like the extra space? I don't know. I don't know. I still got to keep looking. I haven't looked up those BenQ monitors. I'm just going with the monitors I have. They work. But the center monitor I have now, it has developed a row of dead pixels. Just one, a tiny little hair thin, just one row, or one column, I should say, not a row, a column of pixels. It's a little annoying. Because when I'm looking at text, I see like half of an L. I have to move my window over just a tiny bit so I can see properly. All right, the Dwarven Towers, you can use clay. All right, I think I'm going to call that portion of that done and move on to the next section here to look it over, because I had a couple of questions in my head here. Okay, the Azure Kingdom, did I not put... I didn't put the name of the town in here, okay? I put it in there, but I didn't put it here. That's interesting. All right, so label, we're going with city. And of course, it's the wrong font. And that's way too big. All right, and let's go make sure I know this right. Zeph. I should probably move that symbol around a little bit because I did switch where this one was sitting slightly. There we go. Sound like I need an apprentice. Nah, they'll steal all my brooms and make them sweep up everything or something. Never! Oh, that didn't... Wait, why did it not... Wait, remove the name. Huh. Okay, that was weird. All right, Oriel, Vulcan, Mordecai, and Orin. All right, so we've got to put... I'm going to reread some of this Azure Kingdom because I haven't touched this one recently. Landscape of severe beauty, sweeping soda-light deserts of shimmering blue sands, dotted with lush oases and azure rivers. An ancient land that has its roots in worship of Oriel and Orin, the chief god and goddess of the Erudian pantheon, which, you know, we'll be changing that name to something, right? The Azure Kingdom has given birth to some of the most famous and infamous wizards in Bria's history. Again, another thing to highlight so I can change it. Possibly. Or to whatever we're changing it to. They revered peace, love, wisdom above all else, and this led them to add vast stretches of land to their domain with few conflicts. Working along some of the great sapphire dragons of legend, the Azurians erected... I should say a different word than great. What is a good word here to use? Cyclopean Canal works to irrigate and fertilize vast swaths of their kingdom. Great monuments and temples. Let's change that word as well. We'll go with rad. No, that's not a good match, Thesaurus. I don't think rad is a good match for great. Big, considerable, enormous, huge, immense, large, tremendous. To both the gods and these dragons. The bods. No, gods, not bods. Magical defenses were erected to protect the kingdom's borders. Okay. Colossal monuments and temples were built to both the gods and these dragons. Magical defenses were erected. Eventually, magical defenses were erected to protect the kingdom's borders once Zerath came to the world, fomenting conflict and war. Davila fanned jealousy in the hearts of the Azure Kingdom's enemies, and war came to their lands. Okay. Opulent! Yeah, this stuff, these weren't exactly opulent. These were massive. They were massive structures because they had the sapphire dragons to help them and giants and other creatures to help them build things. So when they built their great works, they were on a cyclopean and colossal scale. For centuries before the God Killer War, the Azure Kingdom was sailed by the... I should look at what time it is. 6:47. Okay, I'm good for a few more minutes. Other petty kingdoms surrounding her. They fought them to a standstill, but it cost them more and more each year, and their flourishing kingdom slowly suffered for it. Great project lay abandoned, their vast farms withered, reclaimed by the sands. Unrelenting sands. The God Killer War came. They at first welcomed all refugees to their kingdom, but soon realized they could not support such a massive influx and sealed their borders. Look at that. They sealed their borders. Hey, Chrysanth, I'm going to ask you, because I love bugging you, I just suddenly realized, I was like, did you get a chance to pop the story open at all yet? Or are you still struggling with work? Because I know you told me you were busy today. Like I've been busy. Taking his power, Dave? I want to be a wizard apprentice so I can kill him and take his power for myself. Well, you could. You could try. You have it open in the tab right now. Oh, nice. Think you just say ice puns when you use your ice magic on people? Chill out. Ice, ice, baby. Nice. Oh, you're figuring out how to comment. Ooh, that's a good point. I think you can... I'm assuming you can enable editing to comment. I don't know. I don't know what to tell you on that. Because I never use Adobe. I literally saved it off as a PDF for people because when I sent the document, even though it was just literally a Word document, people were like, oh, this seems a little bit large and cumbersome. And I was like, fine, PDF. All right, so... And hopefully that is the most recent version because at one point I did a lot of editing and work and I'm pretty sure that that beta reader copy was the same one that was the one that I was using for sending out to lit agents, I think. I think that was the final version. But I may have lost count. I don't know. You can create text boxes so you can change the color, do that. Yeah, maybe that'll work. Because, I mean, that copy is just a copy. You can do whatever with it. So you don't have to worry about messing up any of my stuff. You could even just write on your... Oh, no, writing on your screen won't work. I thought about that, and I was like, that seems mean to tell her that because as smart as she is, I'm sure... She wouldn't write on the screen with a marker, but... We had a guy at work who did that years ago. He was playing next to a whiteboard, and we had a TV in there for playing games and stuff on. And he went over with one of the markers, and he went... Ee! Everybody's like, ha, very funny. And he went to wipe it off, and he's like, oh, crap, this is a Sharpie. And until we got rid of that TV, there was a big red arrow with an X on the TV that was always there. It's like, check what kind of marker you're using. At least he didn't use it on the whiteboard. Though we probably could have gotten it off the whiteboard more easily than the little plastic front of the TV. Or not plastic front, the glass thing, because that was a CRT TV back then. Fusing a stand against Grix. Sapphire Dragons did go to war against Grix and paid a heavy price for it. They're kind of becoming all but extinct. Who is beeping? Oh my gosh. You guys said this was in April. I don't have to answer you now. I got time. My goodness, people. It's February. February. Well, it's not quite February. It's almost February. What are their numbers in Tomb? Okay, so one of the things I did in here, Rudai, is I did for the Sapphire Dragons, because they're all but extinct, or they are extinct, basically. I said one of their number was entombed by the last great king of the Azure Kingdom after she gave her life to power the great defenses that kept the land safe during the God Killer War. So they have their magical defenses that help seal their kingdom from incursions. And that dragon gave her life to power them, and they entombed her, so she's basically a not quite a dragon mummy, but kind of a dragon mummy in one of the massive pyramids that's out there. IPA might help. Old TVs are easy to write on. Yeah, she isn't a blonde. Just put white out directly on the monitor. Thanks, Dave. Yeah, we tried a whole bunch of stuff. We even tried we had all this cleaner and all these chemicals and stuff to recondition whiteboards, and one of the guys opened it and started using it on there. That smelled like burning tires. We were like, oh, well, nobody's going in that conference room for a day. Which probably didn't help the situation. That smelled almost as bad as when people were cooking fish in the microwave. Blah. Okay, Great Desert is directly influenced. Great Desert is directly influenced by the tidal pool of Grix's moon, causing deadly sand tides, talc storms, and showers. And showering. Tense. The land with meteors caught in its wake. Just don't use acetone. Yep. Yeah, you're right over the top of the Sharpie with the fresh Sharpie. Yep. It works on certain surfaces. It does not work on a CRT TV screen, evidently, because the guy that tried it tried another marker over the top of it, and it it just made the arrow look even thicker. We don't know if it had something to do with the heat of the glass, because the CRT screen gets so warm, or if it had to do some electromagnetic whatever. It was very strange. We didn't let him forget it, though. One guy even came in and tried a razor blade on it. Okay, so we got to go that. Okay, so Grixfall. Oops. I'm gonna do it on time here. I got a couple minutes left. All right, we're gonna grab this and highlight it so I don't forget it. The Black Barge. I definitely need I've got 2 little paragraphs on the Black Barge. This is going to be a fun one to expand on. This is a massive platform that rides the sand tides of the Azure Kingdom. The barge is a pirate's haven that never stays long in one place. Think of it as like just a little floating city that's just right over the sand. But it's not, I should say city, maybe a village. It's a huge market. If one can find it and can convince them to grant them access, one can find many a forbidden commodity and pleasure here for a hefty price. And I have to mark out on the map where the Veil of Glass is, because I've got the cat market. And all right, so yeah, we'll have to see. I might have to see if I can find like a I don't even know what you call it, like an icon or something here, because I want to put the Veil of Glass like right out in here. I guess I could at least put the name out here, huh? It won't hurt. Veil of Glass. It'll be a little bit smaller than that, but it'll be right out here. That's going to be a fun place to go to if you ever want to go play around with elementals. Yeah. Nowadays, CRTs cost more than ultra high def TVs. Retro gamers look better on them. Oh, okay. I still have over there my rear projection TV that I bought in like 2000, and it's, you know, this wide by about this tall, and it doesn't go all the way to the floor because it's got a little base with the speakers, but the front of it has a little button that you push the button and it goes and moves down and gives you all the access to the buttons, and you push it and it closes. That TV, it doesn't have HDMI inputs or anything. It's just the normal yellow, red, white. But I bet that thing probably still would look pretty cool for retro games. That was the TV I bought because I wanted to watch Saving Private Ryan on a big screen at home when it came out on DVD. I still have it. It's still, since when I moved into the house, it's sitting in the exact same place that I had the movers put it. It's wrapped in plastic and just sitting there. Fun times. All right, I can close this site because I don't need my thesaurus anymore. And all right, so I don't have any other parts of this place I need to put on the list. Okay, there we go. We can save this, even though it's already saved. Got a lot of stuff going on in here. Let me go back to here. All right. So I guess I'll start wrapping up here. I am Frost, and this has been Frost Written, working on the lore for Legend Seeker RPG that Erudai is writing. He's in the chat somewhere there. Give him love. Don't give him grief. Give him love. Just, you know, platonic love. Platonic love. Come on, Dave. Just keep your hands to yourself. Anyway, I am going to be getting out of here, but you can find me here again on Tuesday, and then next Thursday, and the Tuesday after that, and the next Thursday. So weirdly enough, it's every Tuesday and every Thursday on these same channels, 5 to 7 Central Time. You can find me here doing the same thing. Occasionally, we'll get Rudai into the voice chat. Sometimes we've even got Crescent in the voice chat. It's fun time. And we'll just keep writing all this lore and making the world come more and more and more alive. But thank you all for coming along. Please give a like. Please comment after I close the stream down. I usually try and close it pretty quickly. So comments and likes really help us. So please do it. Do both of them. And if you haven't watched any of the originals, go back and watch them. I don't know. Are they in a playlist or Rudai? I'm not sure. But if there's a playlist, hit the playlist. Watch. I think I watched them on a playlist before because I was rewatching myself. Painful watching myself for long. All right. I'm going to get out of here. I will talk to you all later, and I will see you in chat for, I'm assuming March of the Dragon Queen's happening tonight, so I'll probably see you in chat for that. Have a good night, and be nice to each other. Except for maybe Dave, because he doesn't like it when you're nice to him, so I think he enjoys being insulted. So have at it. Bye.